Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You know what it is, man. And today we gonna talk about Black Rob. Man, it's looking like it's all downhill since whoa. I'm talking about Black Rob used to be that dude. In the early 2000s, man, you couldn't tell me nothing about Black Rob, man. Black Rob was killing it. I mean, even Biggie shouted out Black Rob on one of his CDs when he first started messing with him, like back in '96. It's like Black Rob joined the mob. It's just, man, and my, how the mighty have fallen. Okay, so before we get into all that, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, man, and let's get it. So, for some of you who are super duper young heads, y'all don't know who Black Rob is, man, let me go ahead and paint the picture, man. It's the late 90s, man. Bad Boy is on top of the world. Even though they just lost Biggie, they still are pushing through, man. They got a packed roster of artists. They got 112. They got lots of folks. Diddy jumps out in the forefront, does a P. Diddy and the Family album that just goes like double platinum out the gate or something like that. It's a lot of momentum still. And they got a rapper by the name of Black Rob. Black Rob had been down with him since '96. He didn't know if he wanted to sign or not. There was a bidding war. He ended up getting a bag to sign. They said it was like 400,000. Now this is in the late '90s. He was getting 400,000 just to sign. So he signed with Bad Boy, and he drops an album, man. And the album does well, man. His very first release does amazing, man. So people are like, man, Black Rob about to be that dude. His first CD is called Life Story. Now on Life Story, there was a song called Whoa. Now, Whoa was an anthem, man. Whoa made the club go up. People loved this song. It was one of the first crossovers where you heard people from the South actually listening to an up north cat on some hip hop in the club type stuff. This was during the same time that DMX was making that same crossover because the club used to mutually be regional. People in New York only listen to New York stuff in the club. People at down south only listen to down south stuff in the club. People out west only listen to out west music in the club. And then in the late 90s, early 2000s, there started to be this blend where there were just these songs that were so powerful that it was crossing over to the south, to up north, and to the west, and everybody was listening to them in the club. And that's how we got to where we are today, man. Where if it's hot, no matter where it's from, and it makes you move, it's getting played in the club all over the country. And Whoa from Black Rob was at the beginning of that, man. It helped usher that in. So he gets the salute for that, definitely. Now, what's going on with him now is he's been having some trouble, man. So ever since Whoa was released back in 2000, whew, that was a long time ago. That was about 20 years ago. So back in 2000, he released Whoa. Life Story went platinum. You would think he'd be all right, But his second release, the Black Rob Report, tanked, man. The thing went double wood on him. It was horrible, man. I mean, it wasn't a horrible CD. It's just in 2005, his sound was up and his flow was kind of dated, to be honest, man. And then Black Rob ran into some legal trouble. Black Rob was accused of grand larceny, and he ended up getting arrested back in 2006. And at 2006, he was charged with 7 years. So he got 7 years, man, for grand larceny. And then dude did about 4 of those years and came out, and it was 2010. So you see this cycle, man. People like to say the bad boy curse. Even myself, I've said the bad boy curse before. But man, if he wouldn't have caught that grand larceny charge, he probably could have did something or tried something. But man, that was the nail in the coffin, man. His rap career was over. Cause think about it. From 2000 to 2006, you're talking about style changes three times over. Cause you got 50 Cent comes in 2002, and you know what that storm was, and that lasted till about 2006. So it was a tough time to break back into the music industry. So he came out in 2010, and man, he tried to get back to rapping because that's what he does. He's got a catalog, he's got a pedigree. His body. So man, dude paused, and dude came out, man. He came out and tried to sign with another record label, and it just wasn't hitting, man. Now this is this cycle that a lot of rappers get into. especially when they received that big success. I'm talking about Black Rob was featured on a lot of mega hits. Like, he was featured on a lot of albums. I'm talking about a lot of Totals albums, a lot of Faith Evans albums, a lot of 112, Mace, P. Diddy, B.I.G., Biggie. He was on a Biggie joint. You know what I mean? He was on Cruise Dirty 30, ODB, the Mad Rapper, Benzino, Tony Touch. Dude had joints out there. So the early 2000s was looking like food to him, man. He was just eating, man. And, man, by the time he came out of jail and all that transpired, man, it was over. So what do? The money ain't coming in the same. You're signing to smaller labels for smaller money. You're doing smaller shows. It's just not a good look. And then when you're at your height as a rapper, you out there wilding. Black Rob was out there wilding. He had a lot of kids, man. Now, he had a lot of kids compared to another single dude. But compared to like other people, like other rappers, it's not that many. He's only got 4 kids. But he is saying that child support from those 4 kids are eating him alive. Now, I know, if you have some kids, you got to pay for them kids. There ain't no excuse for that. There's nothing around that. But, man, what kind of child support is he getting to where he just recently went on the radio in Connecticut, and it was a show. It's either a podcast or a radio show, and he pled his case. He was like, man, child support is eating me alive, man. I can't do it, man. I can't make it. But, man, when you was popping, you probably wasn't even thinking about that. There's no rule against being popping out here and using that good protection, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I know we are years later, but come on, man. You know, going to the radio and complaining about child support, man, that's the after effect. He need to be talking to the mothers and seeing if they could lower that child support for him. That's the move, to be honest, because obviously the money is not coming in like it should be. And this is going to be the future story for a lot of rappers that we see today, man. I know NBA Youngboy looks like he's doing it right now. His business is in order. He's getting big paper. I don't think I've seen NBA Youngboy in that Forbes list, though. So don't think that the money that he's getting in flaunt right now, I know when his house got robbed, you've seen all the Bentleys, you've seen the sports cars, the Ferraris and all that. You've seen the Maybach, you've seen all that, right? He got 7 kids, man. They're going to get older and older and older. So if he's not careful and he doesn't put his money away right, this could be his future. What's going on with Black Rob? Now, Black Rob was easily upset, but you know what? He did not diss Diddy. He didn't say anything bad about Diddy. He praised the deal that he got from Bad Boy, said it was a lot of paper. It was like 400,000, 450, 500,000, something like that, he said. And he was like, man, it was just a great opportunity. It's just right now, all that child support is weighing him down when the money ain't coming in like it used to. It's a sad case with these rappers sometimes, man. And this is what happens, man, especially when you wildin'. And it's hard to judge somebody because when they get all this money in the beginning, they are so young, man. I mean, how old is NBA Youngboy and all these other cats? They're not even, some of them aren't even 21 yet. So it's hard, man, to judge them. But that's when you need an OG in your corner who's going to give you some good advice, man. Because most rappers, they get rid of the person who tells them the truth. They figure that person is hate. They don't want to keep the guy around who's not a yes man. And the idea is to keep the yes men out, and the guys and the women who are going to keep it real with you, usually your family, closer. But by the time they learn that mistake, it's too late. Now with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And oh yeah, hit that notification bell so you get a notification every time I drop this content. And we out of here. Peace.